Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is your host, your boy, your one and only Galaxy, and I'm signing in to another amazing episode of Comic-Con Radio. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Galaxy signing in for Comic-Con Radio. Coverage of pop culture events from around the globe. Amazing interviews with celebrities. Daily recaps and reviews of popular television. The Walking Dead. Z Nation. Van Helsing. DC Titans. Flash. The Legends of Tomorrow. Black Lightning. American Horror Story. Green Arrow. Movie reviews. Everything Comic-Con and fandom from around the globe. Comic-Con Radio. Get ready to enter our universe. Let's go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. I love that you guys listen to our shows or podcasts or whatever you want to call it. Thank you for everything. Today's episode is amazing. We're covering a wonderful show, one of my top favorites, one of my top 5 favorite television shows. What is it? It's Van Helsing. Van Helsing. No, it's not Abraham Van Helsing. It's Vanessa Van Helsing. She is amazing. And this episode is covering the Season 3 premiere. Now, I wish this show was on the past couple of years because I would have covered every episode of Van Helsing, but I can't. I have to cover this one, the Season 3 premiere, which was great. And it was called Fresh Tendrils.
I had a dream once. Our world had ended. Vampires had taken over. And I was the only one that could stop them. It was no dream. I'm nothing special.
Somebody thought you were.
You want me? Here I am.
Sounds kind of gruesome, doesn't it? Now, this is another wonderful show that started in October, which this is October. And it's one of the many amazing TV shows that are starting. And it's on a great channel called SyFy. Now, there's 2 apocalyptic shows on SyFy. One apocalyptic show is Z Nation, and this is Van Helsing. 2 totally separate premises. Z Nation, zombie, of course, the chosen apocalyptic situation. This is very unique. It's a vampire apocalypse. You know, you see zombie apocalypse, but you don't see vampire, because here's the thing. An apocalypse is already like something far-fetched. Maybe it might happen, maybe it won't. I don't know. But zombies are very far-fetched. Now, to even go farther than that, vampires, where there's a race of creatures that drink blood and have superpowers and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not a superhero TV show, but they're kind of like gruesome, evil superheroes. Now, in every season, if you've watched season 1 and 2, you know that Vanessa wakes up in every season, like a sleeping beauty. She is Sleeping Beauty. And Vanessa Van Helsing is played by Kelly Overton. And, you know, Kelly Overton, amazing shape. She looks more in shape than any other season, but she just had a little baby. So congratulations, Kelly Overton, for having your baby and coming back and getting so in shape, because in some of those scenes, you were like flawless, kicking butt. Your hair looks amazing. Your makeup looks great. It's like, boom. You just killed somebody, but you look like you had a Maybelline makeover. You look great. So the show starts off in so many different ways. There's like stuff going on and elders and all sorts of stuff. And she finds out who her mom is. And, well, she knows who her mom is, but she like kind of meets her finally, but doesn't meet her in real life. We're going to go into all of that. And we're going to see how everything goes. Now, this show is on every Friday night, like I said. So every Saturday, tune in to Comic-Con Radio for Van Helsing recap review show. Now, when she's woken up by the elder, now the elder is sent by Scarlet. You know, Scarlet was where she was at with her mom, Abby, kind of passing in her arms, and they make a pact. You know, the elder can't do nothing. He cannot harm them. He has to, like, basically protect them, and he made a vow. So she sends him off to find Vanessa, and he finds her, but he comes in his gruesome elder-looking face. Imagine you're sleeping somewhere that you're not familiar with, especially that lab. She was sleeping in the lab, and you have all these issues. You have abandonment issues. You have all sorts of things going on. You know, who's mommy? This ain't mommy. That ain't daddy. What's going on? You have all these, like, memories of gruesome stuff going on. And this creepy ass dude comes up and goes, Vanessa, wake up. I'm your friend. I'm going to help you. You're like, I'm going to kill your ass. So she just gets into, like, fighting mode. She's like bad ass. She just gets into badass fighting mode. She jumps up and then whoosh, shh, shh. And the elder is like, hey, Vanessa, I'm here to help you. Trust me. Just trust me. And so the elder has to, like, change himself. He, like, basically just changes into different characters. And she's like, nah, I don't care about this character. Boom, boom. Finally turns into a character that Vanessa feels comfortable with. And she kind of calms down because you have to understand Vanessa has a lot of rage in her. And her power is that any vampire she bites, she turns them back into a human. Now, just not any ordinary human. Have you noticed that all the people that she's bitten that's become human again have this special power that they heal? They got this Deadpool power. They're like, they get stabbed and they heal instantly. So they're more powerful than these vampires because these vampires heal. But it takes time, right? They got to drink more blood. They got to get, in the system. But these guys are like, slice them back to healing, which is kind of crazy. Now, there's a flashback scene. Whether it's put in her head, whether it's true, whether it's not true, we don't know, right? It's put in, it's like a flashback scene. It goes back to 1986. I miss 1986. I was a wee little lad having fun playing at the arcade. I was a little lad, little lad, but anyways, it's put in her head. So what happens is there's a scene where the Harker sisters, the Harker, Van Helsing, whatever, they're in a scene and they're being, like, picked like little puppies, right? And Scarlet was chosen. Scarlet was chosen by them, and later the vampires catch up to them, whatever. But then Vanessa's taken off in a car, and then all of a sudden, she's, like, screaming, and they're, like, tapping the window. Wait, whatever. You remember those old-ass station wagons? So they have an accident, and we don't know what causes this accident. We know, of course, what causes it, but it just shows at the second there, we don't know. And all of a sudden, Vanessa gets out, and waiting for some kind of person to come save them or whatever. And all of a sudden, there's, like, this creepy ass, like, thing. Now, if I was a kid, so here's the thing. Let me go back to this. The Harkers that picked Scarlet, they thought she was stronger just because she was a little rowdier. No, Vanessa is strong, badass. So let's get back to that point because it shows how strong and badass she is, because this gloomy thing, whatever she is, the Oracle or creepy veiled weirdo lady, the leader of the sisterhood, whatever she is, she's like, take my hand. She doesn't say take my hand, but she's like taking her hand and sticking it out. And it's kind of creepy. It's hella creepy. Now, if I was a little kid and she was a little girl, the car just crashed. The people in the car just died. You walk out, and some creepy flowing person is saying, take my hand, or pulling their hand out. What the hell would you do? That shows power. That shows strength. Now, I don't know if that's an accurate memory or if it was blocked previously from her memories or if it was implanted by the elders. But the elders pledged to help her and assist her. He pledged. That's it. He's like, I pledge allegiance to Vanessa Van Helsing and the family. I will not do anything wrong. I'm going to go with you guys and we're going to go kick butt together. Now, I don't know who that was. Do you know who that was? Do you want to comment below? Now, by the time you hear this episode, and you're probably going to even listen to my episode 6 months from now, you're going to know what's up. So if I'm saying this right now, leave me a comment at Comic Con Radio on Twitter, Instagram. Give me a call toll free 1-800-976-0305 or go to comiccon-radio.com. Email us. It's probably going to be later on. So you're probably going to have the answers on the bottom. So don't cheat. Don't look at it. Listen to this and kind of like we go, oh my God, I don't know anything. But anyways, that's what's up. Let me know. Who is that creepy lady? Who are you, creepy lady? Who are you, creepy lady? Who are you? Of course, you're going to find out in episodes to come. And by the time you listen to this, the third and fourth episode's going to be out and you're going to know already. But anyways, this is a show. You got to listen to it, all right? So going on from there, Abigail, which is their real mom, Abby, I'm kind of sad. A lot of people are sad that she couldn't, hug them and meet them together, last season because it was just missed meetings and missed things like that. It's just, I think that's just a family reunion for the Van Helsings. That's like the Van Helsing, family reunion. And Abigail pleased that her daughters put an end to the Dark One's threat to humanity. She pleads. They have to go out there and find these totems because each of these elders have their own totem, I'm guessing. And they have to go kick their butt, kill them, and take their totems. And that's how they're going to save humanity. Because let me tell you something. The vampires are out there, and they're evolving. Because if you've seen one of the episodes, there's these vampires that could walk in the daylight now. Now, let me tell you this. Nighttime's one thing. Vampires can't walk in the day. They walk at night. Okay. By the time nightfall comes, you're going to find somewhere, hide your ass, get yourself safe, and away from these evil things. But if these things could walk in the day and the night, you gone, buddy. It's like those fast-walking zombies in some of those movies, like the old George Romero movies. The zombies are slow, but the fast-moving ones, you ain't going nowhere. You can't get away from them, so you can't get away from them. It's a daylight. They could kill you in the day and at night. Because vampires, they're very powerful. They're 10 times powerful than normal humans. They drink your blood. They murder you. They're like freaking psychopaths that do it for food. Not for enjoyment as well. Sam, he's a crazy psychopath. But what I'm saying is that they hunt at night. They're nocturnal. That's their flaw is to be out in the daylight. It kills them because you got to have some kind of flaw to kill these things. Now, if you can't kill them at all, you're screwed, my friend, because they're powerful in the day, powerful at night, whatever. There's nothing to do. You can't go anywhere. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? I don't know. But they see these day-walking ones that are ruthless. And they're grabbing vampires from these holes and killing them. Crazy. So crazy. So here's the thing. The Dark One. What a creepy dude, right? So creepy looking. So, my God. Imagine if you guys ever walk into a back alley and you see an elder or a Dark One or anything like that. So anyways, they got to go track down all these elders, destroy the totems that they possess, and kill them. And that part when the elder wakes up Vanessa and then he changes into a character that she feels comfortable, they go into this kind of higher plane type of thing, and basically they talk to each other, and that's when she tells them, Abby says, you got to do this, you got to do that. But you see that point when Scarlett's holding her. Now, Scarlett in the previous seasons were badass. She had that freaking mask on. She was kicking butt. And you kind of notice they put her more humane. They've humidified her. They made her more humane. She's calmed down, less harsh. Because in the beginning, she had that freaking... She was like, I'll kill you. And now Vanessa, she was more calmer before, and now she's more hardcore. Because all these memories, I think, are coming to her. Because you see her in the lab in that one scene where she like grabs those guards and she like takes a bite out of his neck. And I think she's drinking his blood because that's how she gets strength as well. And, we find out why Scarlett and Vanessa are the way they are. We find out because on that one scene in the lab when she finally finds that doctor that basically posed as her mom, that doctor is like, okay, it's like one of those scenes when you're going to die, like you see them in all the movies, and then they just get brave. They're like, yeah, well, F you, and I would do this to you. I do it because they know they're going to die, and they go, wow, yeah, come on, just do it. They get that, like, brave moment. So she's standing there. She's like, yeah, you know why you are the way you are? Because I took the elders' freaking blood, and I injected it into you. She basically took the Dark One's blood, and she injected it in her and her sister's body. And that's why they are the way they are. Now, let me get something straight here. I wouldn't mind powers like that. Like, I don't want to be a vampire. I don't. Because I don't want to have to, like basically live all my life sucking people's blood out of their body and killing them and being so crazy and creepy and all that. I like their power and strength, but I don't like that blood-sucking creepy part about it. I don't mind having powers like Vanessa and Scarlett, where I can heal instantly. I can live longer than normal. I'm stronger than a bunch of humans put together. Look at their hair. Their hair doesn't even move. That's how strong. Like, have you seen some of the vampires and some of these vampire movies? How, like, when they turn into a vampire, all of a sudden their hair gets all perfect? Well, her hair's perfect. Her body's perfect. She's powerful. I wouldn't mind having that kind of power. So, in a way, yeah, the doctor doomed them by putting that because all these vampires are after them now. If they never got injected with that power, if they never were who they were, they would have probably been dead already because they would have been part of the weak human race that got engulfed by the vampires. But because they have these powers, it's a plus and a downfall. The plus is they have strength, just like the vampires, actually stronger than them. They can live. They can never get harmed. They're very unique. But the downfall is they're getting chased by the vampires for this uniqueness, for these powers, for these things. So it has its plus and minuses. But whoever knew the apocalypse would come, maybe they knew. Maybe they're the ones that did that crazy, shot whatever in the sky and make sure that the clouds are blocking everything and no sun can come in. Because I know it's a nuclear missile. It's whatever it is. We'll call it whatever right now. But that's what's up. And her powers seem kind of cool. But you know what? It's kind of crazy. Because it has its downfall. Now, going into everything, it shows how unsentimental Vanessa is, right? Because she kind of reaches a new approach and a new level of like survival. There's a lot of skepticism around the elders, because Abby's saying, go do this, go do that. But she's like, okay, whatever. She has abandonment issues. And the elder keeps saying, I'm bound to you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to this. And it kind of shows that how Vanessa's lost more of her humanity because of all this. It's hard. How would you feel if you got abandoned, lied to? Someone said they're your mom, but they're not. And all these things going on. And then some creepy dude comes to you and says, I am here to serve you. I'm here to serve you. Now, it shows in the episodes that Vanessa went from her gown being found in the hospital to like military, outfits. It shows that she's strengthening up. And it also shows her descend furthermore into like a dark realm. Because in the previous seasons, she bit people to either help them or to it was her last choice. She couldn't do anything else, so she would do that. But now she's just like biting them as she's like beating their ass. And it shows in the scene in the lab when she's like kicking everybody's butt and she's like, I'm going to bite you. That's it. You're gone. This mind meld with Scarlet, it's really helpful. But she's still resistant to the help the Elder offers. Because there's a big path to the Dark One. The Dark One's very powerful. He's really powerful. And they have to do a lot to get to this. They have to go through so many different people. And at the same time, there's all sorts of weirdos out there. There's Sam, which is a crazy psychopath. And, he turned Muhammad into a vamp as well. Sam is psychotic. He's crazy. He was crazy when he wasn't a vampire. He's crazy now, more crazier now. And he turned Mo into one, and Mo's following him around. But Mo still looks like he doesn't want to be like Sam. And Sam keeps pushing him to be like this crazy, murderous vampire. Not just a normal murderous, but this crazy, murderous vampire. And he's just not having it. He's upset about it. You can see he's like grinning at him. And there's also the other couple, Ivory and Scab, where in last season, Scab was kind of the leader of those sisterhood. But in this episode, it showed that she's telling him, she's like, go get me a sandwich. I'm hungry. She's telling him, go get me somebody to drink. And he says, okay. And I love he's like one of those characters I really like a lot because he's always like screaming and he looks like he's upset, like a little chicken. Like, he's always screaming and upset about something. Because a lot of the other vamps, they don't act like that. He acts like this like crazy person, and it's kind of funny. But those two are getting along really well. So not only do you have these elders and the dark ones and gotta get these totems, but you also have these other crazy like the walkers, the day walking vamps, and you have Sam and Mo, and then you have Ivory and what's his name, Scab. You have them as well. And it's kind of crazy. Now, on the flip side to that scene, there's Axel, which is Jonathan Scarf, and Doc, which is Rochia Bernard, and Julius, which is Alex Panovic. Now, I like Julius's character. He's turned out to be a cool dude. I really like it. Thank God, he wasn't killed last season. He survived all that. I really like his character a lot. He's very strong. He's from the 30s. Really cool. And they're held up in the building. Now, there's other people with them. And those people are noticing, they're all noticing a helicopter flying over. And that helicopter is the doctor's helicopter because he's looking for Scarlet. Dr. Harrison. So they're just keep passing around over the building. And the people in there are like, oh, let's talk to them. Let's this. And they're like, no, we have Scarlet here. We need to chill out. We need to keep her away from him because he wants to take her and make her into a lab rat. She ain't having that. So they go outside because one of the people in the building go outside to talk to the doctor. They go outside. And while they're talking, Flesh all of a sudden digs out of his grave. Now, everybody saw last season, Flesh got killed really badly. But he was under the dirt and he healed. And he came out of there screaming. And he was crying for his companion. He was crying and screaming. And the doctor's like, hey, what's this? Because they were all acting dumb, like they didn't know what was going on. The doctor was like, why is this guy walking out of a grave? And he's not a vamp, he's a human. And Flesh goes on like getting mad and upset. So the doctor just, boom, has one of those guys hit him in the head. And they move everybody inside the building. Now, this building is a weather station. So, it's up high. That's why the helicopter, can land perfectly and stuff like that. So when they're going inside, the doctor is very adamant on taking Scarlet with him. And Scarlet's played by Missy Peregrine. She's just great acting on the show. Very amazing. So what happens is he has a chair down and he basically tortures a couple of the people there. He tortures Julius. And basically when he tortures Julius, he tortures him. I said tortures him. When he tortures Julius, you notice that Julius gets back to normal really fast. And that is a big interest for the doctor. Because he's seeing his work in process. Because he's an evil man. He's created all this stuff. And they said in one scene, why did you do it? He said, because I did it because I could. That's what he says. I did this because I could do it. That's a crazy ass answer to give. If someone asks me, why did you do that? I'm like, because I could do it. Because I can. What are you going to do about it? That's a very treacherous person. And so they move Julius out of the way and they want to come torture someone, a female. And all of a sudden, Scarlet gets badass. She spins around with a wicked 360 degrees loop, and then she cuts his head off clean. Shwing! And his head falls on the ground. And all this shooting starts happening. And they're doing these matrix moves and moving, shooting, and boom, 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 boom. And it's pretty cool to see. It's fun. It adds a lot of depth to everything. This episode is really cool. It's by far one of my most favorite episodes of any season because it has a lot going on. It shows why they got these powers, why the Van Helsing got these powers. It shows where. It shows the depth of everything. The elders on their side now. And it's like a mission now. Now the mission's here. The mission initially was to save Vanessa. Let's cultivate her stuff. Well, cultivate, but make a vaccine, try to, save mankind. But now it's like a mission to kill all the elders and the dark ones and the this and the that and all these people and take the totem poles and the totem smalls. Sorry, the totems. Totems are amulets, right? Yeah, that's what they are. So each elder has one. But anyways, they're going to go on this big mission. Now, you're thinking all of them are going to be going together because in the last season, it was all these scattered stuff going on. Everybody was scattered last season trying to find each other. And you're like, oh my God, this team's together. Doc, Axel, Julius, Flesh, Vanessa, Scarlet. And now they have the elder that can change himself into anybody. He morphs into anybody. You think they're going to be together. And they're going to go out there and kick butt together. No, it's not what's going to happen. Basically, Doc, Julius, Flesh, and them, they go on their own little journey. And who's left behind? It's Vanessa, Scarlet, Axel, which they can't get rid of. Right? They can't get rid of him. Now, isn't it crazy that this season And last season, because Scarlet hooked up with Axel. Scarlet and Axel have a relationship. They love each other. But I thought in earlier in the seasons that it was going to be Vanessa and Axel. But I think they didn't want to make that happen because it would have been too convenient, right? The guy that watches over Sleeping Beauty falls in love with her. They love each other. They go on. No, they made it more interesting. They made him be her protector. He had a big crush on her. She had a big crush on him. And then her sister comes along and then he bangs her sister. It's just messed up. He bangs her sister and he falls in love with her sister. So Vanessa ain't getting none. Axel got the sister, which is cool because she's hot too. And she's tough and she's strong. And it goes from there, but I wanted to bring that up. But this dude's like right in the middle. He's like both their buddies. He's like, I loved you. I did you. I love you now. And then there's the elder. And he's like, I'm going too. So I don't know who he's going to turn into. He's going to turn into, a cool character or whoever, because he has to go with them. He's pledged himself. He says, I pledge to you that I'll never leave your side until we finish this mission. Right? And the mission has to go on. Now, this show evolves, right? It has to evolve. They're vampires. They, just like any other thing evolves, I know it's evolving really fast. Some of these vampires are hella old. Did I say hella? No. Don't say that, Galaxy. Do not ever say that again. Okay, I won't. A lot of these vampires are old. They're from a long time ago. But a lot of the new ones were created by special made viruses that were created in Dr. Harrison's labs. So you kind of see the evolution of everything and you see what's going on. It's kind of cool to see that. And in the ending of the episode, you see them both splitting. They fly in their helicopter and they go where they have to go. These guys, I believe there's another helicopter there. They go on their journey. And the show begins from over here. The episode shows scenes of the Daywalkers, and it shows scenes of Mo and Sam killing. They went into that one village, and the guy's talking, and all of a sudden, Sam's behind, breaks his neck, bites his neck, drinks his blood, and Mo comes and attacks. I think Mo's going to be one of those characters that are going to either get changed back into a human, or he's going to probably kill Sam. He should, because Sam's been an evil biatched. and it's I also want to see the dynamic of Ivory and a Scab grow. They're pure evil. I oh my gosh, she's pure evil. But those two characters in their human life were treated really bad. They were very weak and they were treated bad by society. So I think they love their powers. They love being in charge and the way they are. So I want to see how that forms, because now these guys have helicopters, and helicopters don't move really slow. They move fast, and these vampires are walking. So I want to see where they go. Is Sam and Mo going to go where the elders are at? Is Ivory and Scab going to go where the elders are at to fight them? I want to know what's going to happen. It's so exciting. I'm so excited about this TV series. I love Van Helsing. I love the movie Van Helsing. I read the books even before this. I know that the books has nothing to do with this television show, but the premise is kind of, well, it's not the same. Van Helsing himself fought vampires and werewolves and stuff like that. But in this modern twist, it's really cool. And it's great that they had a woman be the Van Helsing heir, or two women, her sister Scarlet and herself. It's really great. The dynamic, the whole show, all the characters, they're like these badasses now. They have special powers. They're kind of invincible. Doc, Axel, Julius, and Flesh, they're invincible. And anybody else Vanessa bites becomes that way. They become this invincible human where if they get shot, cut, or whatever, they heal instantly. They have strength. They're still sharp. It's really amazing. I can't wait till the episodes go on, and I can't wait to be with you guys on each episode and talk about it and hear your comments and hear your questions and all that. Now, I know that as we release these episodes, like basically this Van Helsing, season 3 premiere episode, we're probably going to be releasing it right before the next episode releases. And I know you might have questions. So you can ask questions 2 weeks from now. It's okay. Ask me questions. Ask me what I think about these things. They don't generally have to be about the show itself, the TV show itself. It could be about the show that I'm doing. It could be questions of things that I said. Just ask me, because, we just created this series, and we're going to be releasing like 10 episodes simultaneously, and then we're going to be releasing tons of episodes as they go. We're probably going to reach to like episode 30 in like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of episodes, and there's a lot of episodes of ours that you guys can catch up on, because I would love for you guys to give us a call and let us know what you think. Now, you guys probably know the 800 number already, but I have to repeat it again. It's toll-free, 1-800-976-0305. You can go online, comicon-radio.com, or on social media at Comicon Radio. Now, if you see some of our tweets and Instagram messages and things like that, please reply to it. Please follow. Please share these episodes with your friends and family and loved ones. I hope you like it. There's another thing I wanted to bring up with you, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and germs. A lot of these podcasts that you hear out there, or radio episodes or series, they're done with 2 or 3 hosts. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. They're done with 2 or 3 people, sometimes 4 people. You have to understand, I do this show solo. So whereas some other episodes might be an hour long, I have episodes that are over an hour long on this Comic-Con Radio, on our series. But there's other podcasts that their shows are an hour long or an hour and 20-minute long. You have to imagine, when there's 2 people, 3 people, 4 people on a show talking about a subject, you can talk for hours. If I had 2 more people with me, or 1 more person with me, with the amount that I talk, each episode might be like 2 hours long. So our episodes do vary, because it's just me, Galaxy. I hope I'm your favorite host. I hope you love me, guys. I hope you like listening to the tone of my voice, and I don't bore you, or you're like, ouch, shut up. I hope so. So what I'm trying to get at is that I'm just one person talking about all my favorite shows to my favorite fans and people that I love out there. We're all one big happy family. This is our universe, remember? It's our universe. Whether it's Earth 1, 2, Earth 100, whether it's the Arrowverse or the DC universe or the Marvel universe or the Marvel Extended Universe, whether it's the Walking Dead universe or the Z Nation, Van Helsing, whatever show it is, we're together. It's our universe together. And this is Galaxy. And my point of all this is that my shows will always be authentic. It'll be me. Every now and then I'm going to have special interviews and special guests. Sometimes I might have a co-host. But I'm always here for you. And I'll always be here for you. All right, ladies and germs? I love you guys. You are the best. You're the best listeners. You're the best fans. You're so supportive. And in the next few episodes to come, I'm going to be announcing cool Galaxy t-shirts. Also, some other cool information. Also, my book, which I finished about a year ago, that's going to be releasing pretty soon. So I'll let you know on that. And tons of other information. In the episodes to come, we're doing the Stan Lee biography. We're doing Marvel TV versus Marvel movies, DC TV versus DC movies. Also, we're going to be going to tons of events. We're going to have those airing as well. They won't be in order. They won't be anywhere randomly, not put whatever. I'm just blubbering on right now. But anyways, stay tuned. Keep listening. And together we're going to grow this and we're going to make it the best. Number 1 million listeners podcast, whether you want to call it series, whatever you want to call it, you call it whatever. I call it Comic-Con Radio. This is Galaxy. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Galaxy signing out from another amazing episode on Comic-Con Radio. Love you guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Galaxy signing out from another amazing episode of Comic-Con Radio. Tune in for your daily shows of Comic-Con Radio. Go to comiccon-radio.com. Reach us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at Comic-Con Radio. You can call us toll-free right now. 800-976-0305. 800-976-0305. Comic-Con Radio, taking the world one listener at a time.